Hi, you're live with Virus at Buckingham Palace, central London. On a beautifully sunny Saturday tea time, and it's the aftermath of the funeral of His Royal Highness Prince Philip. And so today's format is adapted into a virus report, and it accommodates this. It's just a micro recap on the palace of the history of the palace even, and the role of the royals. Plus 2 poems to ask questions of yourself, plus make you laugh. Then we'll have a minute's silence. Okay, instead of the walkabout. Okay, so Buckingham Palace is in the London residence. It's the London residence and headquarter of the monarch. The palace is often the centre of state occasions, at the centre of a focal point for the British people in times of tragedy and in times of rejoicing. It's definitely times of tragedy at the moment. Originally, it was known as Buckingham House, and that was the building at the core of today's palace. It was a large townhouse, and it was built for the Duke of Buckingham in 1703. Okay. It was acquired by His Royal Highness George III in 1761 as a private residence for Queen Charlotte, becoming known as the Queen's House. Okay. Come the 18th century, the building was enlarged mainly by architects John Nash, and Buckingham Palace became the official residence of the monarch in 1837 on the accession of Queen Victoria to the throne. She went to war on the rats that were in the house. There was colonies and families of them. Talking about war, during World War II, during World War II, a German bomb destroyed the palace chapel. Okay, so the Queen's Gallery was built on that site and was opened to the public in 1962, exhibiting artworks from the Royal Collection. Okay. The palace has 775 rooms. So there's just a few of them there for you at the front there. 775 rooms. And it just means it boasts the largest private garden in London. It's absolutely huge. And its staterooms are open to the public, pandemic allowing, of course, in August and September each year. Right, so the British royal family. So the British royal family comprise Queen Elizabeth II and her close families. It just means that, as a result, you have no strict legal definition of who is a royal family member. Those who are entitled to his or her Majesty's title can, in the honour of the gift of the King or the Queen or the monarch, are normally considered members in that respect, including those so styled before the start of the current monarch's reign. Okay, of interest. Okay. So the royal members of the royal family will usually include the monarch, the male line of grandchildren of the monarch and previous monarchs, the children of the eldest son of the monarch, the Prince of Wales, and all of their current and wedded spouses. Okay, So, from 1917, what you found was that King George V changed the name of the royal family, the royal house, from Saxe, Coburg and Gotha to members of the royal household of Windsor. And since 1960, Mountbatten, Windsor, incorporating Prince Philip's adopted surname of Mountbatten, which he actually changed from Gluckenberg in 1947. Okay. Even though senior royals do not use that surname, it's used for Elizabeth II's direct descendants who do not have royal titles. And styles. A good example would be Archie, Elizabeth II's great-grandson. Okay, so today is a funeral of Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. Okay, and it happened at 3 o'clock today, just now. He was born Prince Philip, Prince of Greece and Denmark, in Mondrepos, Corfu. He was father of Charles and Anne and Andrew and Edward, and he was son of Prince Andrew of Greece and Denmark and son of Princess Alice of Battenberg. He was who he was. Okay. So, on to today's first poem. And the first poem is going to be called Accidentally on Purpose. So, accidentally on purpose. Remember that? When he was young? Now we've grown up. It's just not on. Or am I wrong? After 26 years, that's 312 months, which is 1,248 weeks, which is 8,736 days. She doesn't know her gun from a taser. She's only a new staff trainer. Should we really blame her? Strap her up onto Goldfinger's laser. But this time with no James Bond to save her. As ever, it's got nothing to do with race. The dead man's race. Yes, we have witnessed a total disgrace. Tell me now that it's not normal, it's not commonplace. All right. We got our own section on the news. The Shaq Harabit at the beginning. With burning cars and looting. Then, how it feeds chumping and gets his Proud Boys. Happened to watch Channel 4. It's a chap called Krishna. He seemed fixated that this would damage George Floyd's case. I had to close my eyes and occupy that inner space. Case? It was live on TV. Left, right, left again, even though there's not one car in sight. On we go. Case? It was live on TV. But this is the narrative coming at we incessantly since time eternity. Well, something's got to give. Black people are not alone. Still, a fresh angle. This time, the killer cop is not just white, but female. Somehow, that did jangle me. Everyone's at it. Killer black man. Like the primary school hymn we used to sing. Oh, sinner man. Oh, sinner man, where can you run to? Oh, sinner man, where can you run to? Oh, sinner man, where can you run to? All day long. Remember it? Well, sorry, but the facts show a different song. Okay? Well, the sinner man is a jigger man, born a sinner as defined by his skin. my skin. I don't need to say her name. You know who I mean. It's what happens next that has got the world keen. Like spring, changes in the air. People do care. The auntie right, family old tights. This time we're gonna get it right. Stop. Stop.
That's American news. Yeah, that's NBC.
Stop. Take black people life like we in a circus. Grown-ups have no time. No time for accidentally, on purpose. Okay, peace out. Thank you very much. And on to today's second poem with no further ado. Okay. This one's called The Youth of Today. 1, 2, 3. The youth of today, a struggle to find their way. Young, black and gifted, but your CV is getting sifted. So your career aims have drifted. 35% of young black people are now unemployed. 24% when it comes to Asians. 24% left, right, left again for absolutely no cars. All right. 24% when it comes to Asians. In fact, it's across minorities of all persuasions. All persuasions. But in this one thing, say goodbye to the palace, goodbye to Philip. But in this one thing, being black, you're king. 11% is the rate of unemployment for white youth. So the pandemic is exposing a hidden truth. The youth of today, people say they're so cold, but look deeper into the story untold. My generation, we were young in the 1980s. Life was plain. TV full of racist chagrin. Jim Davidson's chalky. Tis was Bernard Manning and gollywogs. Now, what is the youth seeing? Hardcore and snuff. Kardashian taking on Billy Goat Gruff. Maybe today's youth, and that's so cold, just dealing with modern demons untold. We occupy the same world as them. In reality, we are them. Just got older. Mentoring an emotional investment will see them straight. These April statistics are not the full story. Remember Tony Seol and his Jackanory race report? Specifically saying black male youth of West Indian descent are underperforming at schools. These body blows are nothing new. Black youths have always been at the back of the queue. Job queue. Promotions queue. Opportunity queue. Deception. Dole queue. Well, I've got it. I know what to do. So I guess now it's over to you. Forge together and bring the youths through. We are like lion. We not play. We lay down with life to save the youths of today. Okay, bless up, bless up. I'd like to thank you for your time today. Mind you all, it's only an hour since His Royal Highness Duke of Edinburgh Prince Philip has been buried. My condolences to Elizabeth Windsor, and Charles and Anne, all Edward. You know what I'm saying? They're people too. Still, I have my views on all of that. But at the end of the day, on behalf of my mum, I want to say thank you, Iris. Take care now. All the best.